They weren't main eventers in Portland. No long feuds, no championships in Don Owen's House of Action. But they were here, stepping into the ring for a moment, then fading into the margins. I'm your host, Frank Culbertson, and this is Portland Wrestling Obscurities, forgotten, brief, and barely remembered. Up first, Ray Steele came to Portland from Great Britain by the way of Vancouver in the early 70s. And let's be clear, he wasn't a star here. He was the guy you beat on the way up. In Vancouver, he had a hard time even against journeymen like Jim Giles, Butch Gerard, and Jack Bentz. In Portland, it was more of the same. In 1972, he dropped matches to Ricky Hunter and Sabu. In 73, he wrestled about 10 matches, and he lost every single one. But there's an interesting wrinkle. In 1974, Steele joined up with Dean Silverstone's Superstars of Wrestling promotion. Suddenly, he found some traction, getting wins, even working under a mask as Dr. X. Still, by the end of the year, he was back in Europe where he stayed. Ray Steele may not have been remembered for Portland victories, but his role as an underneath heel tells the story of so many wrestlers who kept the wheels of the territories turning. Paddy Ryan's career began way back in 1955. By the time he came through Portland in 1977, he was in the twilight of a 20-year career. But if you really want to understand Ryan, you have to look at Silverstone Superstars promotion from 1973 to 75. There, Ryan was one of his biggest names. He drew real money and helped put that independent group on the map. In Portland, though, just 2 matches. One lost to Dr. X, another to Randy Morse. By then, his body was wearing down. Still, he had nothing left to prove. He'd already had his success, and Portland was just a late stop in a long road. He may not be remembered for Portland, but Paddy Ryan is part of the story of how Superstars carved out his place in wrestling history. Gordon Petrie wrestled as Prince Kumali, hailing from Georgetown, Guyana. His career started in 1957, and he made most of his impact in Great Britain. In May of 1974, he came into Portland as a babyface. But no matter how big or skilled he was, the wins didn't come. He lost to Ripper Collins, Jimmy Snuka, and Rasputin. Still, you could see the potential. This was a guy with presence, with size, and a style that fit right in. Maybe it was Rasputin who got him booked here. They had tagged together in Japan's IWE back in 1968. But his time in Portland was short, and these were the only matches he ever wrestled in the United States. He's another reminder that Don Owen's territory was a place where international talent came, tried their hand, and sometimes, just sometimes, disappeared. Ray Steele, the British heel, lost them all in Portland. Paddy Ryan, who drew money for Superstars, but only passed through Don Owen's territory. And Prince Kumali, the Guyanese grappler who never picked up a win here, still made the trip to the Portland Sports Arena. I'm your host, Frank Culbertson, and that's been Portland Wrestling Obscurities. Sometimes it's about legends, sometimes it's about ghosts, but every name has a story. This show is inspired by the Encyclopedia of Portland Wrestlers by Mike Rogers, available now on Amazon, and new episodes drop every Tuesday and Friday. Be sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your wrestling history fix. And don't forget to hit that follow button, because you never know which forgotten name we'll bring up next.